Are you contaminated with bitch programming? Now, we have to understand that you are your program. So you have to understand that, your subconscious mind automates 90% of your fucking behavior. And, most of you don't understand that, whatever you want to be in life, whatever you want to do in life, you can literally do that by actually being and becoming that individual who would have what you would want to have. But that's an entire paradigm shift, and to do that, you must be able to not have bitch programming. So bitch programming is being a societal conditioned bitch. So, when you want to make a joke, but you're afraid to make it. Or, when you're always, stroking your dick in the middle of the night like a weird fuck. When you're doing this weird shit that only you see, that's societal slave programming. And so what you need to do is you need to reprogram your subconscious mind to not be a fucking weirdo bitch. And to do that, you have to look yourself in the mirror and take accountability for that irresponsible fuck who never actually became a man and is really just a 12-year-old in a 50-year-old's body. So you have to understand, again, that, every action, every habit that you indulge in is a reflection of you. So when we write down all your habits that you indulge in, that is you. So you can feel and you can think like you're this, kind, individual, but you're really just a bitch. And we see through you because all you fucking do is indulge in pleasure. And so if we look at your habits and purely evaluated you from what you indulge in, what you put your time, energy, and attention, the universal currencies into, we realize you're really just a bitch. And so when you pretend to be this kind guy, when you're fat as fuck, when you're addicted, when you're all this lame shit, but you pretend to be cool, we see through you. You're really just a bitch, and you need to get rid of your bitch programming, and you're gonna have to subconsciously reprogram your mind to not be a bitch. So remember that you only live once, and to go your entire life being this low-level, inferior fucking piece of shit that never made a superior move on the chessboard, remember that, you're gonna die whatever the fuck you choose to be. And every choice is a phenomenon. Every choice is a ripple effect. And every time you make a negative choice, you embody that negative choice and you become the negative individual. So stop making negative choices, and maybe you won't be such a negative bitch in life. And, to always be ungrateful for the one life you get, the gift of life given to you by God himself. The creator himself has willed you into existence, and for you to be a bitch and make bitch choices and indulge in bitch pleasurable habits is really to just reflect the inner bitch within you that you have not conquested to conquer. And so you start with personal development. If you're not developing yourself, you are going to die a bitch, and you will never level up in life. And so, people go their entire fucking life never looking in the mirror and saying, I need to change. I'm tired of smoking this cigarette. I'm tired of smoking weed. I'm tired of taking drugs. I'm tired of being this low-level, inferior fucking hominid that does nothing but play the game 24/7 and is going to amount to nothing in life but being a subordinate slave. And so remember that, you can be what you want to be. You can have what you want to have, but you need to embody that individual, and then you need to compound your growth and development into developing into that individual, the individual you always needed. And a lot of people give up on themselves. Now, if you live a life and you only live once and you want to do something, but then you give up on yourself halfway through doing what you wanted to do, what the fuck does that say about you? So you only live once. You have a finite amount of time on earth. Your lifespan is decreasing as we speak. And then you wanted to do something and you didn't fucking do it, and you gave up on yourself. And now you have to live a life of being a fucking slave and going to a job you don't want to go to, being around people you don't want to be around, going places and spaces you don't even want to go to, at moments you don't want to go. So what the fuck are you even doing on planet Earth if you're not actually living life? Y'all are going through life as fucking in a samsara cycle. You're staying a fucking circle, and you're never trying to escape that cycle of being a bitch for your entire life. So to escape that cycle, you're going to pick up a fucking journal. You're going to write down all your habits. You're going to realize that the porn is killing you. You're going to realize that the vape is killing you, literally. You're going to realize that the weed is hindering you to actually make a fucking move on the chessboard. And you're going to eradicate every negative habit, and then you're going to amplify every positive habit and add more positive habits. So if you're fat or if you're a skinny bitch, well, you're going to add gym as a habit. If you are eating unhealthy, you are going to grab a scale and you are going to begin tracking your macros so you don't die a lousy fuck. And if you are addicted to shit, we are going to eradicate that addiction through pure willpower by every day having that goal to eradicate what is eradicating you. And if you are going to give up on yourself, remember that you only live once, and the lifespan that is steadily decreasing through the space and time continuum, that, to give up on yourself is just really to reveal how much of a pussy bitch you are by not actually wanting to grow and to foster that inner strength to overcome what has been dominating and conquering and fucking you this entire time. So, guys, my main message today is, if you haven't picked up the journal, began writing down your fucking habits, realizing that you only live once, and to sit in this fucking pit of negative habits your entire life, and then to die a floundering fucking fish, it's pathetic. It's very lousy. You're a failure. You've done nothing but make failure choices. You are the result of every choice in your life. So you are an actual failure by definition and factual contextualization. So it's not like we are going to sit here and bash you. No, you are an unaccountable bitch, and you're going to make the choice to stop being unaccountable, take accountability and responsibility for your habits, because your habits are a reflection of you. And we're going to rid everything that is destroying you, because you are destroying yourself by choice. And that's a whimsical, low-level, piece of shit, inferior choice to make. So don't make the inferior choice. And remember that if you're going to go out a bitch in life, that you only live once, and you're not going to make the choice of personal development and reprogram that mind to align with a higher reality, people are doing what you want to do, and you're not doing it because you're too much of a bitch to do it. So, while you sit there and remain a slave your entire life, people were, making the moves on the board that you wanted to make, but they didn't make because you didn't have the self-esteem and the fucking confidence to you insecure fuck. So now understand that you can align mentally, spiritually, and physically to that ideal self, which you've been neglecting your entire life. As we can see when we look at you, when we evaluate you, when we realize that you are addicted to porn, when we realize that you are addicted to the cigarette, when we realize that you are failing as a man miserably, you don't even wake up for your life. You are so ungrateful. You cannot wake up for your life. 3 a.m. never missed it. 3:45 a.m. workout, never missed it. Now, my habits are a reflection of me, and I'm as solid as concrete, and I'm a fucking beast. And every time I step, I step with that self-love that emanates and ruminates and takes up space in other people's fucking brain that they didn't know how to use to fire off a fucking neuron and create a neurological pathway to the life they wanted to live. And now they're living this erroneous ultima that they fucking hate, but now they have to lie to themselves that they don't hate it, even though they're living an alternative, fragmented reality. Now, take advantage of your life, and the path of self-development awaits you. Now the choice is yours. Physical, spiritual, mental, elevation in every metric of existence. In the description. Social media in the description. Community in the description. And, if you're not developing your life, that's the saddest, most profane thing to ever, have happened to you. And I'm sorry for your loss. And, when people die, they say, I'm sorry for your loss. And your soul has died. So I'm saying I'm sorry for your loss. Now, make the right choice. Become that individual you always needed. And succeed through the suck to become what the fuck you need to be in life. Peace!